It ain't the left side or the right side, then it must be the FinSide. It ain't the left side.
Welcome back, Dolphins fans, to yet another episode of On the FinSide. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date with all of our off-season coverage, whether you're listening on iTunes, iHeartRadio, the Miami Sports Music app, or any of our other platforms. This is Paul Pickett, and today I'll be sitting down with free agent return man Kevin Snead, who was with the Giants last year as an undrafted free agent and the former fastest man in college football. Kevin, welcome back to the show, man. We haven't caught up with you in a while. Catch us up on what you've been up to since we last talked.
Oh, man, thanks for having me. Since we last talked, I just been out in Florida just training. Of course, I was in training camp with the Giants last summer, and I had tore my hamstring. I had a procedure done in October, and since October, I've just been, rehabbing down in Florida. I have a great doctor out there that's been helping me get back to where I left off, so I've just been working,
I do, and speaking of that hamstring injury, how's it doing now?
Man, I'm feeling great, I'm a lot stronger. I believe I'm faster now, and I'm ready to go.
I know you ran a 4.22 last year. Where's your 40 time at now with the hamstring rehab?
Man, it shouldn't be too far off, if not right back there at the 4.22.
One of the things, I know we asked you this last year, I love to ask this every year, just in case we have new listeners that didn't hear you last off season. What's some advice you would give to some of the young kids out there that kind of want to go into the pro ranks of football, whether it's high schoolers, youth football players?
Man, just take care of yourself, make sure you get lots of treatment, stay focused, believe in yourself, and, just stay focused and believe. You're going to have a lot of people that don't believe in you, and a lot of people going to try to shoot your dreams down. As long as you believe in yourself, you can make anything happen.
You're participating in the Pro Player Combine this weekend. Not all of our listeners, especially some of the more casual ones, are familiar with that. Give them a quick high level of what that is.
Basically, from what I was told, this is my first time going. From what I was told, it was an invite for free agents. I think it's either 50 or 100 players that get invited, and you just go out there just like the combine from last year. You just go out there and you run the 40, and I think it's the broad and the vertical, and of course you're going to do a lot of position work. So, for what I was told, there should be a lot of NFL teams there. So just looking to go out there and showcase my talent.
Now, speaking of position work, I know your big claim to fame is being a return man. I know you did some work on both sides of the ball in college. What positions are you going to work out at the combine this weekend?
Shoot, of course, just I guess returning kicks and punts, and just running routes. I guess if there's anything else anyone wants to see, I'm willing to work at other positions.
This is more of a hypothetical here. I know our show is more tailored towards the Dolphins, but in the offseason our coverage is a little bit broader. Say you're sitting down with Dolphins general manager Chris Grier. What would you say to him right now to let him know that you're the guy he wants to sign to fill that roster spot?
Right. Well, I would just basically tell him that I'm a hard worker. He's going to get everything that I got. Every day I'm going to be on time. That he can trust me. I'm going to come in every day, focus, and just try to be a leader, try to lead by example.
I do. And in that same vein, one of the big things that Coach Adam Gase has talked about a great deal this offseason is he wants guys on his team that absolutely just love football. What are some of the things you love most about the game?
Oh, man, I just love the sport itself, man. I've been playing since I was 8 years old, and it's helped keep me out of trouble, helped keep me, focused. Just I'm a competitor, so I just love to compete in any way possible, whether that's being a receiver or being a cornerback or returning kicks, I just love to compete, man.
Speaking of that, what would you say? Obviously, your speed is one of them. One of the biggest things of getting better at everything is knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. What would you say are some of your biggest strengths and some of your biggest weaknesses as a player that you need to work on?
It's kind of going back off the last question. I would basically say just, my competitiveness. Like I said, I love to compete. That's definitely one of my strengths. My speed, I feel like once I'm in front of somebody, I'm the fastest man that's on the field, so. And another strength of mine would be just I believe in myself. I've been through so much, and I've overcame a lot. So, I believe in myself. As far as my weaknesses, just I would say, I can't even tell you, man. uh,
No worries.
yeah, you caught me off guard with that one.
No worries at all, man. Hey, sometimes it's tough to identify. I know the coaches will let you know as far as that goes, once you get
Right.
to camp. So I know we're talking a little bit about the on-field stuff. I know from
Mhm.
last year, one of the things that we're really big on is community involvement. Let our fans and listeners know what they can expect if you were to sign with the team as far as involvement out in the community outside of football.
Man, you can expect a positive role model. I have a brother and a little sister. I also have a daughter. And I just believe in doing things the right way. As we all know, I came from Carson Newman, and one of the things that Coach Sparks kind of like put in us, just trust God and believe in yourself and keep Him first. So, just being a positive role model and doing things the right way and just leading by example.
So before we get to our final question here, I'm going to do the same thing I did last year. And you better make sure you say hi to your daughter in this so you can play it back for us so she can hear you saying her name on the radio.
All right.
But I'm going to hand the floor over to you. Anything else you want to talk about, anything else you've got going on, things you want people to know about you, the floor is yours for this one.
All right. Basically, I'm just excited to get another opportunity. Last year when I was with the Giants, I tore up my hamstring like 4 days before the first preseason game. And, I really want to thank the whole Giants organization because they were very patient with me. They tried to wait around for me to see if I was going to recover. And I believe I had a great chance. They believed in me to make that team, and I definitely believe that if it wasn't for the injury that I would have made the team, whether it had been on the 53 or the practice squad, but I believe I'll still be in New York. So I just want to thank those guys again. And, I'm just looking forward to get another opportunity and just show the world what I can do. And I also want to thank you for having me on the show, man.
Hey, we love having you back. I mean, I love the interview with you last year. I know you did a lot with a lot of different fans out there during the off season leading up to the draft. So big kudos to you for all that. Now, are you ready for this last question? Because we don't have the iPod one. We already used that one on you.
I'm going to try my best, man.
All right. We've all got movies that we absolutely love, and some of those movies are ones that we wouldn't want anybody out there to walk in and catch us watching. What's that one movie, whether it comes on a TV and you sit down and watch it, whether you've got it hidden away in your DVD collection, you name it. What's the one movie you love that you pray your significant other and definitely your guy friends don't walk in and catch you watching?
Man. Man, I would definitely say, it's not that bad, but I would definitely say The Blind Side, man. Like, I've seen that movie at least 20 times, and I get emotional, man, like in certain parts, because it kind of reminds me of my, of my past and my childhood, so, definitely the Blind Side.
All right, Kevin. Hey, big thanks from us for having you on here. One thing I'll tell you, if you do sign with Miami, we would love to have you back on after you do. Come back on and circle right back up with us. Thanks again, man.
All right, thank you so much.
And for our listeners out there, make sure you continue to listen. We've got a lot of great off-season coverage coming up. We've got a few mock drafts coming up in the coming weeks. We'll have a few more players on and things like that. And for those listeners out there, it's not on the right side, it's not on the left side, it is on the FinSide.
It ain't the left side or the right side, then it must be the FinSide. It ain't the left side or the right side, then it must be the FinSide. Listen, Dolphins fans across the land all tuning in to see what Brian